Hello, gentle viewer. I don't know if you know, but just today there was some weird news that popped up on a Ubisoft website about the backwards compatibility status of the Sony PS5. So I just wanted to go over it really quick because it was pretty funny that this popped up, especially considering they're kind of leading the way so far with the impending, the I guess impending release of the two consoles coming this holiday season. So let's first look at this article. Software says PS5 isn't backwards compatible with PS3 2 1. Now, where this came about was on the weekend, Ubisoft published and then deleted a claim that the PS5 does not offer backwards compatibility with older PlayStation consoles. Now, this was a post on Ubisoft's support site and stated PS5 backwards compatibility would be available for supported PlayStation 4 titles, but would not be possible for PlayStation 3, 2, or PlayStation games. Now that's sort of a thing where it's like, are they talking about the console itself? Or are they talking about their actual support for the game should they be released? Because PlayStation does a lot of this re-releasing of the older games on the previous consoles, just as like these and it doesn't happen right away. It usually takes like a couple years or more to get that nailed down how that particular I guess environment's going to work on the the current gen console and basically allow for you to play games through that virtual box, so to speak, virtual machine or whatever. Anyways, let's keep reading. Now it just talks about how Sony has yet to discuss what they might offer, whether it might offer some form of backwards compatibility for older PlayStation consoles. So Ubisoft's statement raised some eyebrows for sure. I'm agreeing there, and they haven't commented on the matter. But yeah, it was removed from the website. Now, this is all brought to the forefront, the whole idea of what what Sony's going to do for PlayStation 5. Now, support for backwards compatibility is still a little unclear. Sony has previously said it hopes to support, quote, the overwhelming majority of the 4,000 plus PlayStation 4 titles on PS5, though as avoiding saying how many of those will be available at launch. Back in March, PS5 lead architect Mark Cerny said almost all of the top 100 PS4 games ranked by playtime would be available when the console arrives. So yeah, if this ends up being true, if this gets verified somehow, could be a big blow to Sony right now, because they've been leading the pack. And not for their own doing, just by with Xbox kind of messing things up, and it's been further boosted. There was a Final Fantasy 16 official Twitter account found recently. Now they're not able to verify it; it's unverified. Let's talk about it real quick here. It's saying that they registered a Twitter account for Final Fantasy 16. This account has an email listed for recovery, which links to an official domain, so it's potentially legitimate. There have been rumors for a while that Square Enix will announce Final Fantasy 16, though the rumors haven't materialized yet. The restoration of the account links to an email for recovery. This method is used to recover such accounts in the past, including Prince of Persia. So yeah, there is just the way they've set it up is there's a bit of history here, and we have the what's the Japan Game Show end of the month. I forget what it is. Is it literally called that? I don't remember. But there's another game show coming end of September. So there's going to be more information about this for sure. There has to be, given that this has started getting into the mainstream. And then it sure talks about how the mainstream, how Final Fantasy 15 came into the mainstream. As far as getting launched, and how it had first been part of previous. It was previously Versus 13, and it got converted into 15 just because it took so long to make it. Yeah, so that's all happening right now, and it's development according to rumors. So there is talk of this being in development, even though they've been working really hard on the Final Fantasy 7 remake Part 1 for the longest time. So we'll have to wait and see. But this, just like I said, goes to the point that Sony can do no wrong at this point. They're coming up on the launch of the PlayStation 5, and they're riding pretty high. I mean, even just with like everything we know. Why am I everything we know? I have another one about this. A possibly official Twitter account. Yep, that's what happened. So this leads me to say there's a lot of things that have happened with Xbox, with Microsoft, that have been devastating to the launch coming up. Like, the only thing that Xbox Microsoft Xbox seems to have for themselves right now is the Game Pass. Because you have the Xbox Game Pass, you have the Ultimate, which gives you access. I think it's Ultimate gives you access to XCloud, Project XCloud right now. Though apparently that's stuck at 720p, which is kind of weird because PlayStation Now has been at 1080p for the longest time. Um, but yeah, like full disclosure, I have Xbox Game Pass for PC because I'm a PC gamer. I have a PS3, but that's the most recent console I've purchased. I haven't bought one in like a decade. Because I've just been so keen on exploring the PC master race and everything else. But I do like to talk about these things when they come because it is something that's going to be part of the zeitgeist when we come into November and December of this year. And so like they hit themselves hard with this. They had to, or I guess 343 Studios had to delay Halo Infinite, which is not good for because it's supposed to be coming out as a launch thing for them as well. And it's just they can't seem Xbox, just Microsoft itself, even can't even seem to get out of their own way right now. And so it's just weird that we have this situation with them and Sony. So Sony is definitely coming out a winner right now. And but yeah, it's just weird that this would come out now. It's bad timing. It's very bad timing. And I don't know if Sony is going to verify this or not, but we'll find out soon enough. But that's all I got for today, guys. Do you think that Sony is actually going to support the PS3 and 2 and 1 in a direct way, or are they gonna? You think that maybe they're just the discussion that's coming through Ubisoft support site is about the fact that Sony's just going to make their own like virtual machine to support these games, and they're not going to be supported through the developer or publisher websites directly, or is this just an indication of something that was supposed to be promised and supposed to be or is implied in a promise or anything like that, and just hasn't looking like it's not going to come true? Like we haven't had heavy duty backwards compatibility in the past with games for Sony. They haven't really been. It's just basically been put the disc in and play the game. You know, either that or feel free to download it and play it on a new console. So Xbox has not done that at all. Too much. They did work on. Yeah, Xbox did have that thing. Anyways, they did have a backwards compatibility process for the Xbox One, getting those 360 games on there, but they just stopped it like about a year ago, maybe. I think they had it going. They just stopped dead. They specifically focused on the Game Pass, which is great. I mean, it's awesome for like someone like me that doesn't want to play games for extended periods of time and such. I'm rambling. I'm sorry. I just wanted to let you guys know that I'm a gamer. No, this is where we're at with the Sony versus Microsoft thing coming up to the release of the consoles, and if this ends up being true, this could impact the initial sales of the platform. We'll have to wait and see. But thanks for watching the vid. If you did like this content, hit that thumbs up button. If you like this type of content overall, please subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.